I Don't Get It
Podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. This is Naz.
This is Lauren.
This is Ashley. And this is going to be like Naz's official podcast episode. So if you guys have been watching my Instagram live over the past month or two, you may be watching the Suitress, in which Naz is basically the Bachelorette, and she's been doing a twist on Love is Blind. Lauren and I have set her up with 8 guys, and they've all been very impressive. And she hasn't seen any of them. She's had 15-minute conversations with each of them. Doesn't know what they look like. They know what she looks like. They know what she does. And now she has picked her 4 favorites out of the 8 guys, and she's going to be having additional 15-minute conversations with each of them today. Naz, do you have anything to say? Which ones are you looking most forward to talking to?
Well, should we explain to everyone like who I picked and why, and like how I feel going in? Yeah. And then I think, should we just do 10-minute combos, or
we said 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes.
We decided on 10 yesterday.
Okay, sorry, that was my bad.
No, it's fine. Just okay. So if you're just now tuning in and learning about this whole thing, first of all, amazing to Ashley and Lauren for like, fine. How did you guys cast these guys? I feel like we need to give a little more background.
I feel like each guy was different. I mean, some were from people that we knew who knew someone good. And then some were just random guys that we found on Instagram. And yeah.
Some, the first couple, no, that's not true. The middle guys were from submissions from emails.
Some were from submissions from our listeners. And you guys, if you want to like hit stop on this podcast and go watch all the episodes, you can go watch all 8 episodes on Jared and my YouTube channel. It's Ashley I, Jared H on YouTube. And then you can come back and see right now, because like after I finish this little comment, Naz is going to tell you the 4 guys that she chose and why. So if you really want to have, you know, a full background on this podcast episode, you're going to want to go back and watch all the dates.
Yes, so they're all on there. So basically, guy number 1 I spoke to on March 27th. Wow, this is so long ago. So this guy was like amazing. He's from Orange County, which isn't that far from LA. I'd say an hour and a half. He's a producer. I wrote down that he's also an Aries, like me. His birthday was like 4 days after me. He was quarantining with his family. He worked in food, like I think production of like a food show called Food Beast. I asked him about, I forgot what I asked him, but he revealed that he meditates and cried during meditation, which I thought was very honest, open, and vulnerable. So I was like, oh, a man that is sensitive. I like this. And then, he brought up an author that I also read, and he's a little OCD. And then I wrote down that he says thank you to drivers during road rage. So I was like, this guy's really nice.
Yeah, I forgot about all that stuff. Very well-rounded.
I felt like he had a really good connection. He sounded a little young to me, but I'm very excited because he has made it on to the final round. So I'll be able to talk to him again today. And you guys.
He left a lasting impression. He was number 1.
I know, and he's lasted this long.
Okay, so guy number 1 is moving on. Then I talked to guy number 2 the next day. He's an actor that lives in LA. He was a hockey player. He had lived like a bunch of different places, which I thought was interesting, like Tulsa, Vancouver, Vermont. He worked in real estate. He drew animation and cartoons. He sounded really hot, and I was really into him. But then after speaking to everyone else, so I described, he did not make this list.
All right,
so
fair enough.
Suitor number 2 is not moving on. Then suitor number 3 is from Culver City, which is like the town right over from where I live, which is Beverly Hills adjacent.
No, she's listing them all.
Oh, you're listing them all right now.
Yeah.
Like all 8. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, we didn't choose suitor number 3.
No.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. Oh, well, you just gave it away. Okay, so number 3 did not make it, like Ashley just said, but he was really funny. He ordered a shirt that said Carol Baskin did it. He was a sharpshooter. It was actually really hard, and he almost made it on this list. He was like basically number 5.
And I told Naz that like let's say she picks a guy out of these 4 guys. She goes on a date with them. She doesn't feel it in person. She can always go back and revisit people just because they don't make the top 4 on the blind date challenge.
Yeah, it's not fair to judge someone. Yeah, that fast.
Yeah, I can have sex with all of them, right?
Right, yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then, I'm just kidding. So then guy number 4 was from Houston, Texas. He was very quirky. I really like that he dressed up as a character from Alien.
That was very funny.
Costume. He seemed really quirky, funny, a little nerdy. He was like into rock climbing. He's camped in Big Sur before, which I loved. Afraid of Heights made me laugh. I don't know. He was great, but I don't know. I guess I just felt maybe he was a little too quirky for me. I don't know. Okay. What did you guys think?
I thought that he was super sweet and entertaining, but I don't know if he would be like that kind of grab you in, throw you over his shoulder, and throw you onto the bed type.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, I felt more of a friend vibe after our phone call than I did an interested, attractive vibe. So guy number 4 also didn't make it. So then guy number 5, what did I write? Guy number 5, Ashley.
Guy number 5 was very nervous.
Number 5 was so nervous. I felt so bad. He worked in marketing for a plastic surgery company. And he kind of was he also sounded young. And during our conversation, he was like, well, what else do you want to know about me? And I felt like, well, do you like want to try and get to know me kind of thing? So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe he was just really off and nervous. And I didn't think initially it was a great phone call. So he did not make it to the next round.
We had 3 no-goes there.
So then, God, I write so much in this journal. So then who's next? Guy number 5?
That was number 5. Number 6.
Okay, so 6, I barely wrote anything down. I'm so mad at myself. All I remember is that he is from San Diego, and he talked about his family and his parents a lot. He sounded really hot. He sounded confident, and he had watched Too Hot to Handle, which we obviously all did a podcast on and we all binge. And just so you guys know, for some inexplicable reason I can't explain, I was very nervous after the phone call with him that he didn't like me. And I don't know what that
means. Good sign. I think you were a little bit tougher on him, but I also feel like you're going to get nervous about a guy that you actually like.
I think that since he seemed a little more about it, that made you just like him more, and then made you second guess yourself.
You're probably right, Lauren, which is terrible.
I know, right?
Flaw for me to have. He just didn't seem maybe super into it, so now I'm obsessed. Hopefully that's not the case.
He had the most swag.
Well, we'll see. He is the one I'm most looking forward to talking to again.
And he is our first one up on the call.
Nerve-wracking.
God, so scary. So I just want to see how it goes to find out how I actually feel. Guys, give me a break here. This is all based on 15-minute phone calls, you know? So guy number 6 obviously made it to the next round. He's the first guy I'll talk to on this podcast. Guy number 7, everyone was like, this is your soulmate. He's like this journalist host, just moved to Dallas from LA. Lauren does his mom's hair. He was making guacamole, admitted that he didn't know what I looked like on the phone call, which also made me self-conscious, but he was really funny. And I really like someone that's funny, a sharpshooter. And he asked really great questions, but of course he's in the same field as I am, but he described the moment he knew what he wanted to do. And it was this really elaborate story of when he lived in Hong Kong for a little, which I thought he was really interesting. And then finally, guy number 8, did I write anything down about him?
He gave you his name. His name was Brett.
Oh yeah. Guy number 8 told me his name, Brett from Brooklyn. He's living in Georgia, or he's quarantining in Georgia now with his family. His mom's named Elaine. He was funny. And I actually thought our conversation was the best out of everyone, as far as no awkwardness and he
actually getting to know each other. I thought you guys
getting to know each other.
Yeah, it was fun, but also at the same time getting to know each other.
So if you don't have outstanding friends like us who set you up on virtual blind dates,
oh boy,
you are going to have to get on OkCupid, because OkCupid is another fantastic way of meeting somebody that has certain similarities to you. And just to let you know, it's the most mentioned dating app in the New York Times wedding section. So I'm going to say...
That shit works.
Yeah, I was going to say that means that their success rate is super high.
It's like having a computer filter these guys or girls for you. It's like having Ashley and I for you, but in a computer on OkCupid.
I was just going to say that.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, guys, you got to follow the science. I mean, most mentioned in New York Times wedding section. Hello. But I think the reason for that is because OkCupid asks the most thoughtful questions so that it can get to know you and what type of person you're looking for. So again, if you don't have an Ashley and Lauren trying to find suitors for you, OkCupid's your next best bet. And what I love is that they ask questions that sometimes you kind of don't want to bring up on a first date, but are actually like really important. Like, do you find intelligence sexier than looks? Or
what if you said no?
Then they'll find someone for you.
Honestly, I don't know that intelligence is sexier than looks, but it's like comparable.
It is for me. Is that weird?
No, that's not
good.
weird.
Oh,
Or
okay,
very
yeah.
important questions like, do you listen to podcasts? Or how do you feel about coffee dates? So,
Or how do you feel about kids even?
Oh, that's actually
Kids is
probably the
very
number one most important question. OkCupid is the only app in the world that can match you on a range of issues you care about, from whether or not you're a cat or dog person or how you feel about climate change.
Yeah, guys. So stop the mindless time on dating apps. Go to the app where you choose what matters. And guess what? OkCupid is free. Human connection is more important now than ever. So with OkCupid, you can connect with someone interesting online and even plan a virtual date. So download OkCupid today to connect with someone great.
And all of a sudden, I just got so nervous.
I'm so nervous.
All right, well, let's get caller.
All right.
So, mystery man number 6 is our first caller. So, sorry, guys. These guys couldn't do it in order to make most sense for you guys. But number 6, the one that Naz felt the most nervous with, the one that I thought had maybe the most swag, is coming on the
San
podcast
Diego.
first. Laura and I are going to be muting our line and going to be having Naz take over and lead the conversation by herself.
But then you're going to come in at 10 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
and then we'll
Okay.
stop you.
Oh my God, I'm
Alrighty,
so
let's- So we told him to
nervous.
zoom in now, and I told him to turn his camera off. Did you tell him that?
I
one?
told him to turn his camera off.
This is so scary.
I'm going to have to take so many shit breaks.
Why? Because you're nervous,
Yeah.
Lauren?
I'm more nervous for the second round than the first round because, like, now the guy knows that you're interested, so that makes everything more nerve
Oh,
wracking.
is he here? Is he here? How do we know
No,
when
he's
he's
not here. I'll know when he's here because I'm the Zoom manager.
Oh my God.
Guys, I'm so nervous. This is so scary.
Do you have any questions that you've prepared for this evening?
No, and I should have. Damn. Fuck.
Nas,
No,
this is
I
like
kinda just wanna
is this
see
as
how it
nerve-wracking
goes.
as our calling our old crushes.
Yeah, but you know what's good, actually? I'm really mad at myself that you said prepare. I had a really busy work day today. I should have. I felt like to make a compelling podcast, but I guess in real life, you don't really prepare for dates.
Yeah, I guess you don't.
You're right.
So maybe it's better that I'm just, I don't know. This could be really awkward.
You farting, Lauren?
Yeah,
Lauren's
I'm nervous.
farting. She's nervous farting. Lauren, just make sure
Oh
that
my
he's not having
God.
an issue with the Zoom.
No, he's not. He just
No,
has to log
because
on. He has everything he needs. Oh, he just saw the message that we're ready for him.
Okay, great.
So he should be coming on.
Oh my God, this is so scary. I also, just so everyone listening knows, I like want to see if someone takes the lead to get to know me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I feel this weird pressure to take the lead because we're recording
Oh,
this.
he's
and it's
dialing
like
in.
like a thing
I
we're
just would,
doing.
yeah, I think he needs, these guys need a little more lead just because they don't really know what's happening on the other end. Kind
But
of.
they know they're being recorded, right?
Yeah. In person, I think that you should let them take the lead, but I think here they're still a little like, what?
Yeah, I agree. It should be more 50-50 here. And then, or even like 60-40.
But then is this just going to be a bunch of combos, which is like, how's quarantine?
No, actually, you should say off the bat that like you can't talk about like actual quarantine.
No.
That's so hard, though.
yeah, I
because
don't
there's
know.
nothing
Like,
going on. in
Just
people's
change the
lives.
subject if it's like that.
So, carrots.
Yeah,
It's really hard to find good ones. Okay, he's here. Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys meeting?
Yes.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Connecting the audio. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. How are you? It's been a couple weeks.
It has been a couple weeks. You guys did a good job of icing me. You iced the kicker there for a solid 25 minutes.
20. Oh, that's right. Because people listening now don't know that you actually tried to call in 25 minutes earlier, but then we had technical difficulties, so you had to call back. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. How you been?
I've been really good. I'm so excited to talk to you again because I feel like we just sort of scratched the surface at first. I know you're like from San Diego and you talked about your family a lot, but obviously there's so much more to dive into, I feel like.
No, I 100% agree. You can only get so much out of a 15-minute conversation. So, speaking of you being in LA though, how's this date going to go down with lockdown till end of July, maybe in September?
Oh my God. What's so crazy is I feel like I've been so positive through this whole thing and I still am. Like, I know we're going to be okay. We're really resilient and it's better, obviously, if less people are getting sick, and dying. But it did bum me out in the sense where I'm obviously single and I was like, wow, like a lot of 2020 is really out the window as far as like actually meeting someone in person. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, no, it completely makes sense. This thing has just been so crazy overall. I mean, everything's shut down and quarantined and, it's just overbearing a little bit, but, we're all staying safe and healthy, which is important, and it's going to just get by real quick. I'm really positive about it and optimistic.
Yeah. Are you still with your family in San Diego?
No, I'm actually back in San Diego. Family was up in NorCal. That was only like a 2-week getaway.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. But, just staying busy, staying active, working from home, and then just hanging out with some friends that I kind of hung out with in the beginning a little bit.
Nice. What is it
it's
like?
nice to hear a girl's voice though, because I haven't been on a date forever.
I know, this is so weird. I know, it's nice to hear a guy's voice. It's so weird being single in quarantine.
So my idea that is the date should be in San Diego since things are kind of opening up over here.
Wait, so are you
in the next couple of weeks
asking me out?
I mean, I feel like you got to ask, to be the winner. If you're not, then you're going to lose.
I like it. I like that you're looking at this as a competition. I'm very competitive, so that's very sexy. Yeah. So suitor number 6, what would our date in San Diego consist of? I'm totally kidding, but I'm genuinely curious, actually.
Well, I think it'd be really fun to rent some paddle boards and paddleboard around the bay, and then hang out on the bay since it's open and have like a little picnic or something and just have, great casual conversation and continue from there.
Oh my God, I love that. Wait, you're so lucky you have the bay. Have you been doing water activities? That's really sweet, by the way. That's a very elaborate like day date. I really like that.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I have been doing some water activities. Been doing some surfing since the water opened up, which is nice, and just staying really active. I live a really healthy lifestyle, so that's important to me.
Describe like healthy lifestyle. Like, what does that mean? Like, do you eat salads like 3 times a day?
No, I eat what I want, but I just eat until kind of like I'm satisfied, and then I'll do some intermittent fasting with some workouts just to stay in good shape.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because my friend Ashley's like so into intermittent fasting, and she's gonna kill me once this is like our phone call's over or whatever. But I think it's so funny when people say that in quarantine because it's like, aren't we all intermittent fasting since we're all waking up at like noon and going to bed?
No, we know, you're right. We pretty much are. And then, I mean, have you seen those little signs where people put in their fridge, like, just don't eat? It's like, it's all we do because we're bored.
I know. It's so true. I love eating though. Okay. So last meal, if there was a gun to your head.
Oh, surf and turf.
Yeah.
Steak and lobster, hands down. What about you?
I think mine would definitely be pizza, pasta, or seafood, or a combination of the 3.
Ooh, you can do seafood on your pizza, which would be pretty good.
Yeah, octopus pizza is my favorite thing ever.
Noted.
I was totally kidding. Octopus pizza is not a thing.
No, I know. I hope you didn't eat that. That'd be really bad.
Yeah.
Well, hey, so what, I know we talked a lot about family. Family's super important to me. And we talked about kind of where you're from. And then we got into, what you do. What is kind of like your ideal man? Like, what do you look for in someone, that you find very attractive and just, that you pursue a future with?
Great question. I don't know. I feel like there's two ways to answer this. There's obviously like what everyone has on paper, and what people call the boxes, like someone that makes me laugh, someone that I can completely be myself around, someone that's supportive. I think I'm definitely looking for a man that knows who he is, can be sensitive and vulnerable, but isn't all the time, obviously. And someone with a great smile. And yeah, I think that's really it. Someone that can make me laugh and that has a great smile and that knows who he is and has done a lot of self-work. What are you looking for?
I like that. I can check some of those off for you for sure.
There's no cash prize at the end of this, right?
I'm aware of that.
I am totally kidding.
I'm vibing. I think we'd have a fun time. I would say, the person, the girl needs to be, confident themselves, not insecure. They need to definitely have a sense of humor and be outgoing and make me laugh, but doesn't necessarily like need me all the time, and would be very supportive, but then also have like a big heart towards people and be very family oriented. I think that's my main characteristics in someone.
Oh, great. Well, I think I'm your girl, so we should probably just end this right here. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, I already got the paddleboard thing planned in San Diego, so let's make it happen. Okay.
Well, I will definitely take you up on that, barring that I don't contract any deadly disease. But yeah, this has been...
Don't bring COVID around me.
I'm so glad we got to talk again. I was admitting to my friends and everyone earlier that I don't know, for some reason I was like the most nervous after talking to you. I don't know why. I probably shouldn't have shared that with you, but fuck it.
Hey, honestly, whatever. I like the openness. Speak from your heart. So, this is just something that I just wanted to ask you, but what is your, are you more career or family driven? And do you see yourself settling down in LA since you already have your career launch with, Rotten Tomatoes and everything you're doing and producing?
Yeah, I think I'm someone that definitely wants both. And I definitely believe both can happen. I think career just happened first for me. And for the foreseeable future, I definitely see myself living in Southern California. Just because what I want to do, it's all here. So yeah, do you see yourself living in San Diego or going back to NorCal?
No, I don't see myself back in NorCal. I definitely see myself in Southern California as well.
All right.
Yep.
You guys,
alrighty.
That's time. Thank you so
We're getting
much.
cut off again.
All right.
You're
Hope
welcome.
to hear from you again soon. Bye, Suitor number 6.
All righty. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I know a lot of you guys are probably feeling down in the dumps right now. I was kind of joking with Jared yesterday, but it's probably not that funny. I was like, therapists and psychiatrists these days must be loving the pandemic because their business is probably at an all-time high. Truly, you're not alone if you're feeling bluesy. There's so many reasons to be down. I mean, so many people have been affected by COVID, and so many people are just, feeling not so great about staying in so much and their social lives being completely smashed to the ground. So if you feel like you do need to get help and you do need to talk to someone right now, we really suggest BetterHelp. It's an amazing website. It's betterhelp.com/getit. And you guys tell them about all the things that they have to offer.
So the reason why I love BetterHelp is that First of all, I love therapy. You guys know this. And the fact that we're in quarantine is actually a great time to look within yourself and work through some things. So if there's something preventing you from achieving your goals, that's happened to me before. I've used BetterHelp to talk to someone about it. And they can match your needs and assess what you need with a licensed professional therapist. You can connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. You can start communicating in literally under 24 hours. And it's not self-help. It's professional counseling. So you can send a message to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit like in an uncomfortable waiting room.
What's great about BetterHelp is it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. The service is available for clients worldwide. And they help you with things such as depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping. I know a lot of people's sleeping habits have been affected by COVID as well. So sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBTQ matters, grief, and self-esteem. And anything you share is confidential.
And I think we should mention that it's nice that you can do it from home. Like, obviously right now therapy has to be pretty much done from home, but I think there's like a stress that comes with going into an unfamiliar office, sitting down with somebody in person, but just Skyping with a therapist kind of relieves you of a lot of the anxiety of going to see one.
Yeah, and if you are still skeptical, they actually have testimonials posted daily on their site that you guys can go on. And genuinely, we just want you to start living a happier life today. So as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/getit. You can join over 800,000 people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's betterhelp, HELP.com/getit.
Oh my God, I'm such an idiot.
What?
Why?
Because I was making those faces to you guys on video and he can see us on video.
Do you think
He just...
Do you think that he was watching on video?
100%. He just mentioned Gurgi on the bed. Oh my God, I'm a fucking moron.
Looking at us all.
Oh my God. I was
Oh.
exaggerating my facial expressions so much because oh my God, that is the most embarrassing thing ever.
I am so embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed because I look like a boy. And he actually makes me feel a little nervous. Oh my God, Naz.
Wait. So for everyone just listening, like while he was talking, I was like putting my fingers in my mouth and like just expressing the most like nervous expressions because I thought he was just looking at
Oh my
Lauren
God.
and I
What
were
was
like
I doing?
freaking out every time we heard him say something we liked.
Naz, you seem pretty normal though, besides the putting your fingers in your mouth. But
No, guys, I don't know what it is about him. He makes me nervous. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Oh, I think it is a great thing.
we were like,
oh my God, this is so mortifying. We're so dumb.
We are girls. All right.
Oh
well,
my
Guys,
God,
you should have seen
guys.
us.
if
We
we
were
hear
jumping
from
up
him-
and down. We were jumping up and like, when did you guys jump up and down? When he said like the date thing, right? Will you come down?
yes.
Oh my God.
Laura and I were being so extra. All right. Well, we know Laura and I will turn off our camera next time.
No, because I can't turn mine off.
You can turn yours off.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We should all turn our.
Oh my
we should
God, I
all turn
almost
it
feel
off.
like giving you his number and just being, you have his number, right? And just being like,
No.
I am so fucking embarrassed.
Oh my God. Well,
It could
is
be
why I'm fucking
endearing. It
single.
could be endearing.
This is no way he's gonna go out with me after that performance we all just did.
Oh my God.
Well, if he does, that's really special.
That was so funny. I don't think we should cancel our cameras. I think we should just chill.
Okay,
Really?
now we'll just chill.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why didn't I think of that?
All right.
My God, I'm so stupid.
Okay.
Wait, can we dissect him for a sec?
Yeah, I'm
Aside
telling
from
the
all
other guy
that.
to come into the waiting room now.
Which one are we doing now?
Yeah, who's the next guy?
Suitor number 1.
Suitor number 1, the one who cried during meditation, everyone.
From Orange County, and I really felt like we had a lot in common. Oh, Ashley, it's a great pic of you and Jerry.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really cute.
It's a real
So
old
cute.
one.
I love it. I know, you could tell. That's like an old Instagram filter.
Yeah, it's just like a really blurry old camera.
Damn. Okay. Wow.
Wow, I needed that laugh, but I think I just lost a great man.
Well, if he's truly great for you, I don't think he's gonna
least
judge you for
look
geeking
pretty.
out. And at least it was a
Ew.
good thing. What if you were like, and like thumbs downing him?
Oh my God, can you imagine? Okay, I think guy number 1 is here.
Okay. Here we go. Guy number 1.
Okay, oh
Muting
my God, I'm so
ourselves.
nervous. Was that 10 minutes? That felt like an eternity.
I think we may have gone over by 2 minutes. We're going to set
You
the
cannot
timer.
do
We're going to set a
that.
timer right now. Okay?
Okay, here we go. Okay, you ready?
You ready for
my
this
God.
one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm scared. Okay,
Admit.
here we go. Hello.
Hi again. How are you?
I'm good. Guy number 1. I was just telling my friends and everyone listening that we spoke on like March 27th. That was so long ago.
I was gonna say, I was like wondering, I was like, is this thing still happening or did I just get cut?
I told Ashley and Lauren, I was like, well, he may have found someone now by this point.
It took too long.
How are you?
I'm doing well. It's been a bit of a hectic day, but all good things. How are you?
I'm good. I also had like a crazy work day. So it's like, it's fun to end the day talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do for work today? What was your highlight?
Let's see. Highlight. Okay, so what?
I should say.
Wait, what?
Like, I said highlight, but I meant to say high level. But
High level.
I mean,
This is like so awkward. It's so funny. I think you're asking for the highlight of my day. The highlight of my day is I got asked to. So the one thing I miss about like when life was not this is interviewing the cast of different movies and television shows. And there's a new show coming out on Netflix called Space Force that I'm super stoked for. And so I had a brainstorm meeting because I'm interviewing the cast over like the computer over Zoom on Monday, which will be like the first time I ever do that. So that was the highlight of my day.
well, that's fun.
Yeah. What was the highlight of your day?
I'm getting my car windows tinted. That's pretty nice. I guess I should say a lot about my day though.
Yeah, but that's so nice. Did you get a new car? Or you just never got around to tinting the windows?
Yeah, more or less. Like I got it a little bit ago and then I just never got around to it. So it got super hot. And like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore.
Yeah, that's so funny. I love that. I feel like I haven't heard of someone saying they're tinting their windows since like middle school or high school, I mean.
What are you doing this weekend? Just tinting my windows? No.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm doing. So, or that's what's happening currently. But it's been a good day. It's just been a busy day.
Yeah. How are you doing in Orange County? Are you still quarantining with your family?
I am. So I'm still here and it's still interesting. My patients are getting tested, but I'm starting to look to move out, which is nice because it's been a nice little quarantine run, but it's time to go. But yeah, I'm still over here and I'm still working, surprisingly busy. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That. And then, but yeah, other than that, it's been quarantine. I mean, I always work from home anyway, so it's not too different for me except for the social part, which is rough.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's kind of nice that your work is like the same and that you're still working. That's so lucky. But Orange County, I feel like the restrictions are sort of more lax than they are here. So have you been going to the beach and stuff?
So, okay. So it's kind of tough, right? Like I'm trying not to be like overly around everyone, but I'm still trying to like see my friends here and there. So like, for example, tonight we're going to I'm going to hang out with two of my friends and we're going to do like a social distance, like wine on a porch thing. So those are things we're doing. And like, that's pretty much the extent of my social activity.
Wait, but that's so nice. Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Like I'm really excited and it like makes it better. I haven't had a drink for the last 30 days because I've been on I go on these mental toughness challenges. I don't know if we talked about them last time.
No, we talked about meditating. You told me about like how, you're into Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Yeah.
Wait, tell me about these mental challenges.
Yeah. So have you heard of like Andy Frisella or like First Form or that like entrepreneurial podcast clique?
No, what is that?
So First Form is a supplement company, but the founder is just like this huge mental toughness advocate. And he's just so straightforward. He's like, y'all are bitches. You just need to like have discipline. And he just like created this program for everyone to like create discipline in their lives. And I'm like, I'm down. So it's 4 separate programs. And the first one was 75 days. And
but what is it? What's the challenge?
Yeah. So let me see. It's on my phone. It's, it's, so 2 workouts a day, 1 indoor, 1 outdoor. And they both have to be 45 minutes.
Ooh, 2 a days.
Yeah. So, but the second one's a walk. Like for me, I put a weighted vest on and I walk for 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So it's just like light cardio. And then the first one's an indoor workout, which I sub one day for yoga. So I can let the body relax a little bit.
Right. That's
and then
nice.
it's 10 pages of reading, a gallon of water a day, no alcohol, no cheat meals, follow a diet. So that was the 75 hard. And then the same rules applied to the second one, which is only 30 days, but he added a 5-minute cold shower and 10-minute visualization.
Oh my God. Wait, so that's, oh my God, I'm so sorry. There's something in my throat and I can't I'm like, that's so funny because when you first brought this up, I was thinking of, Iceman Hoff.
Yeah. Wim Hof.
Like you do. Yeah. Wim Hof. I did one of his, so if you're listening, he's basically, this man that believes like plunging into like doing a cold plunge or plunging into really cold water, but doing breath work before can just help improve your body and mental clearness in a ton of different ways. And so it's kind of like that, right?
Yeah. It's pretty much, they're in the same line of thinking. Wim Hof is someone that I'm looking at, and I want to start doing some of his breathing stuff too, but trying to fit it into the meditation I'm already doing is a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing. Wait, so I have a question. Do you feel like you're doing these mental challenges because it gets you into the habit of doing stuff, or you just kind of like sometimes you live lax and then other times you're like, all right, I'm going to go hard on this and like read and drink a bunch of water.
Yeah. I do them because I'm bridging the gap from who my brain tells me to be to who I want to be. So okay. I kind of believe as people, we're like, our brains tell us like, if you can do it, like sit on the couch, do nothing, veg out, drink, indulge in everything.
Right.
And like, I just know from what I've seen and what I've learned, I'm just like, in order to do something like truly great in this world, you have to like really like work hard. So I'm teaching myself to like run completely after the things I don't want to do in order to build something great.
I love that. So what is it that you want to do?
Oh man, it's kind of interesting. So I want to be the best videographer, like the best filmmaker in the world, but I'm going to tie that to money. So I want to be the wealthiest, essentially.
Okay. Why wealthiest? Just curious.
Because I believe that money is an accelerator of your personality. So if you're really a good person and you have a lot of money, you have a lot of money to be a good person with. And the same goes for a bad person, but I believe I'm a good person. So the more money I have, the more things I can do, the more people I can help, do you ever follow? I mean, you know who Tony Robbins is, right?
Yeah, of course.
So like, if you go deep into his podcast and stuff and listen to the things that he does with his money, I'm like, not even kidding. Like I heard him talk about one of his things. He hired like ex-SEALs, like Navy SEALs, and he hires them and goes into these like remote areas all around the world and saves these human trafficking kids. Like that's what he does with his money.
Wow.
And like, that's what I want to do.
I never knew that. That's so sick. I love that.
Yeah. He's literally like an amazing person. And like, you hear stuff like that. I'm just like, that's what you want to do in your free time. And it's like, hell yeah, that's what I want to do in my free time.
I love how you just flipped the script too. Cause when you said money, you just wanted a lot of money at first. I was like, And then you explain why.
Oh yeah.
And that's incredible. I can tell
energy in my opinion.
Yeah, if you have it, if you're lucky enough to have it.
Yeah.
I think we're very similar in the sense where like I also want to be the best at what I do. So I can like appreciate like all the lengths you're going through to do that and like using this time to do it, because I think a lot of people aren't using this time to do it, or maybe they just lack the motivation to.
Right. Yeah. Most people are taking it as a vacation, whereas I'm like, this is like huge for me because I can double down on myself. And while everyone's kind of taking a vacation, I'm like, well, I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're very similar in that sense. So you said that you think you're a good person, but like, how would your friends describe you?
Okay. Yeah, that's funny. I think my friends would describe me, wild. Cause I'm definitely, when I am in party mode, I'm in party mode, and that's good person. And I just like to have fun. Like, for as much as I work and as much as I grind and doing things I do, when it's like best friend's birthday getaway time, like a drink will be in my hand and we're going to have a good time. So they would describe me as wild and fun because that's who they remember me as, because we used to do that a lot more than we do now. But they would also, I believe they would describe me as like, to put it in like in award terms, like most improved probably. Cause I don't know. I used to be just like this selfish, like arrogant kid. And I kind of like through all this stuff grew into like a caring, loving individual that like deeply cares for my friends, and I take care of my family, and I'm actively working towards that. So yeah.
All right, Mystery Suitor number 1. We thank you for coming back on to the game show of hearts. And we're going to have to end this, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah. All right. Hey, great talking to you, Naz.
I know. Thank you so much for coming back to do this and not being taken.
Thanks for having me back on.
All right.
All right. Bye.
All right, see y'all later. Yep.
I'm like still in awe that like men have agreed to do this, and I'm very, like this is like kind of
that's pretty sweet.
This is kind of crazy. We just want to share a text with you guys from an old coworker that I guess stumbled upon Ashley's live last night when I spoke to the last man, guy number 8. Should I share it with them, guys? I thought it was like really nice. So he goes, dude, I caught your blind date show yesterday, and that is so nuts. I go, thanks. You caught the last guy. And he goes, I heard like the tail end of his COVID story, but sounded wild. Just so you guys know, guy number 8 got COVID. And then he said, this is the only thing I've seen in this new world that actually felt real and honest to the changes we have to make in our lives.
That's awesome. It means we're ahead of the times, or with the times. We adapted.
Time. I know. What'd you guys think? What the fuck is wrong with my throat?
Okay, just cough it out right now. Get it out.
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Do you need a little do you need a beverage maybe?
I have this water. maybe I should have had tequila.
Yeah,
before.
I'm like, maybe you need tequila.
I don't know. We already got through guy number 6. I think the rest will be fine.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
guys, wait, this is terrible. I'm doing terribly.
No, you're doing
not.
great.
You're doing amazing.
You're doing fantastic. Don't change a thing. Just get that thing out of your throat. Also, I mean, I like him. I think he's very sweet. I don't know if he's going to make you laugh, but also I think he's putting on his best face.
Okay, so I thought this too. By the way, our next guy is here, but I'll have him wait for a sec. At first, when he was saying, because we all know that I want a guy that's done a lot of self-work, and clearly guy number 1 has done that. So I love it. And I don't think we should like shun that. And I started to think about exactly what you were saying, Lauren. I'm like, is he trying to prove that he's done that too much on this phone call? But then I thought of me, and if I was in a situation and I was talking to a guy that I only talked to once or 15 minutes and I liked him, I would probably be spewing out like, I used to work on The Bachelor and I can do this and blah, 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 and probably try and get it all in 10 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's fair for us to like knock him for that.
I'm not knocking him for it.
I'm not knocking him at all. I'm
not
just
knocking
saying,
him, but like I had the same thought.
Yeah.
Is on. Yeah.
All right. And I also just think we should throw in the fact that you just going off of what your coworker said, that Rob Thomas was a guest in yesterday's live.
Have you guys missed that Rob Thomas watch?
He was an active listener. He was commenting.
So it's a cool thing to do, guys, is to listen to the Suitress.
This is like hilarious, and I'm so nervous and embarrassed for myself.
Okay,
right,
so our next guy is from, 2 nights ago?
Our next guy.
No, last night.
Well, I mean, last
Holy
night,
shit.
as of, our lives right now.
Yeah.
He is quarantined in Georgia with his family, and he thought he said he admitted that he was funny. That was the standout to me. He was like, I am a funny person. My friends are funnier, but he didn't feel like it was weird to self-describe like that, and you didn't take that as a turnoff, right?
Right. No, not at all. I like funny guys. Okay, here we go.
Right,
Are we
so
ready?
We're gonna mute ourselves.
Wait. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
And remember, we're
God.
on camera.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm so why did we do this? Okay. Why am I alive?
Okay,
You're doing
ready?
a great job. And
Admit
everybody
him.
thinks you're the most pretty.
Yeah.
No, he's coming, and I look like a gremlin. I'm going to be cast as a gargoyle on Disney Plus when the live action happens. Why isn't he? It says joining. I don't know. It says joining.
This is the easiest podcast.
Don't know what's going on. Fergie, why are you leaving?
He wants to bark.
There he is. Hello? Oh, connecting the audio.
Oh, you already know his name.
Duh. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
My name. I broke the rule again. My name's on the screen.
And you put your last name in there, which I won't say on this podcast so people don't send you death threats. Because, a lot of people out there in life love me. So
I don't want that. If you get a out of it, great. But no death threats.
Wait, okay. So Brett, because people do know your first name. Did you know that?
That's right.
Did you know that Rob Thomas was listening to our first date on Instagram Live last night?
My friend, who's a big fan of the show, called me right after and made sure to let me know that. So I've been made aware.
Wow. So Rob Thomas knows who you are.
The biggest deal.
Biggest deal. How are you doing today? I mean, it hasn't been that long since we last spoke.
It hasn't been that long, but I have an update for you, a new life change.
Oh, wow. Wow. In the course of 24 hours.
I know. I watched an episode of Seinfeld today.
Oh, my God. Did you do that for me?
I mean, yeah.
Wait, that's amazing.
It's like it. One, something nice. And then two, I'm like, if we run out of things to talk about, then we can talk about Seinfeld.
And so you bring it up right away because there's nothing else to say.
I'm like, oh God, what do I say? Seinfeld's great.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. What episode, tell me about your experience. What do you think?
Well, I started at the beginning, the pilot. And I really liked it. Elaine didn't show up, so I'm interested to see when she gets here.
Oh man! Well, you gotta watch until Elaine does show up because obviously, your mom.
Exactly. Yeah, she'll be proud. So I'll keep watching, even though I only watched it for you. I'll watch it for me now.
Wait, that is the sweetest thing ever. Thank you for doing that. That's really
of course.
Funny. I'm still laughing about it. How was your day?
Good. I feel like, I don't know if you feel this way. I have some really productive days in quarantine. I have some nice, relaxing days in quarantine. And then I have those days that I can't figure out what I want the day to be. And I think that was one of those days for me. So I kept feeling like I should either be relaxing more or working more. Couldn't really find the balance. So it's fine.
Isn't that the worst when you're relaxing? You're like, oh, I could be doing this right now. But then when you are being productive, you're like, oh, I could be
girl.
Well, for me, I'm like, oh, I could be watching Golden Girls right now.
I'm always thinking I could be watching Golden Girls right now. Exactly. My other favorite show now.
Yeah, you've never seen it.
No. I know Betty White's in it, though. See, I can drop these facts.
Yeah, and she is still with us, alive and kicking. Thank God.
Yeah, praise God.
Wait, I love that you changed your name to a period on. We already know your name.
I know. I just felt like I had no options. Did other guys tell you their names yet?
I can't disclose that information if I tell you. I have to kill you.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't ask questions about you.
It's okay. Do you miss Brooklyn?
Yeah. I miss it a lot. I mean, my apartment's tiny, so I love that I'm in the outdoors right now, that I can be bopping around the woods. What part of that are you laughing at?
Let me write that down. Guy number 8 said he bops around the woods.
You know what I mean. You just bop from tree to tree every once in a while.
Yeah, like a serial killer. Nothing weird about that.
Wait. Bopping is never a word I would use to describe a serial killer, though.
Yeah, they're just bopping around,
Pennywise.
Man, I mean, yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, fleeing from tree to tree, that's better.
Okay, so tiny apartment, which is understandable, but what is your life like in Brooklyn? What part do you live in? Dumbo?
I live in Crown Heights.
Okay, Crown Heights.
Yeah. So it's a good spot. I mean, I moved to Brooklyn 8 months ago, I guess, last July. So I finally started feeling my feet were underneath me by the time I left, and so it's a little sad. And yesterday, I actually told my roommates I'm not going to re-sign our lease because that just doesn't make a lot of sense right now. So a little bummed out about that. But
oh no! So wait, are you even going to go back to New York?
I hope so. I'm gonna relocate to Georgia for a little bit, hang with the parents, maybe go to Atlanta for a little bit. I don't know. Georgia's all over the place right now, so.
I know. Well, I'm
just staying home as much as I can.
Yeah. Isn't it weird? I feel like a lot of people in your situation either went home and aren't are still paying rent, like back where their apartment is, or are choosing to like leave it and now are like living somewhere else for the rest of the year. It's like,
and that's why weird. It kind of worked out that I got Corona and like ended up here. Cause I wouldn't have like ended up here if that wouldn't have happened. So it's crazy. But
wow.
Yeah. You're in LA right now, right?
Yeah.
What's your day to day? You're working from home, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm working from home. I'm working a lot, which is so crazy. Like
people have been saying that they're working way more right now.
I want to say yes, kind of like a little bit more, but I'm still very much looking forward to the weekend. And I realize that is a luxury. So I'm not complaining about it, but it is kind of weird, that like I haven't really left my room. I live in a studio. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait for Friday.
And then Friday comes, and that just means you'll watch Golden Girls.
Exactly. Yeah. See, you get it now. You know everything about me.
What do you like? What do you wish right now? What's like the one thing in LA right now you wish you could go do of anything?
I wish. So the beach is opened. Today, Wednesday. Yeah, the beach is open today, but you can't lay out. So you can just do activities. Which means like surfing or running on the beach or walking. But when you're not in the water, you have to have a mask on. So I think I'll truly feel liberated when I can like lay out on the beach with no mask on, and
that's amazing.
Yeah. And just like eat like a shrimp taco and like,
yeah. Do you do any of those activities? Do you surf or go in the water?
No, but you know what's funny? I was like, because you don't have to wear a mask in the water. And I mean, the Pacific Ocean is freezing. Like I'm a Florida girl. So I'm like, Team Atlantic, Avi. Right, but I was like, maybe I should take up surfing now so no one can tell me to get out. And I'll just like rent a bodysuit and just sit. Just like sit on the shore, like I wonder if they would make me get up.
I will tell you, I've been surfing a few times and that's pretty much what I do is I just sit on my surfboard the whole time. So, I mean, you could do it.
That's amazing. Wow, I've never heard of someone from Georgia that lives in Brooklyn that is a surfer. So that is a first.
Yeah, I've been all over. So.
Oh, nice. Like where?
After college, I moved to Alabama. So been in the South a lot of my life. Been in Georgia, Wisconsin, Kentucky. I was born in England, actually. So.
Whoa! What part?
Yeah, near. No, wait. What did you say? Nottingham?
Yeah.
No, near Manchester. I lived there till I was 5. So I really I'm one of those people that's what I use as my cool fact about myself.
Do you have an accent that you put on for people?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Oh gosh. I was so hesitant to answer because I knew you'd say that. I can't do this on national podcasts.
Oh my God. You watch Seinfeld for me.
I'll do like my really bad.
I'm totally.
I'll do my really bad. Like, okay, good.
No, I would never make you do anything you didn't want to do.
This is like my parents asking me to perform every time I come home. Though they're just like, do a song, and I'm like, I don't do songs.
I forgot you're like Elaine's golden robot.
Yeah,
you are like absolutely. The funniest man in the world. Wait, so you said
as you are to Jacqueline.
Aw, thanks for remembering my mom's name. You said that, so did you go into theater in college? You briefly mentioned that on our call.
Kind of. I basically finished with a non-major. I quit I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I ended up being a creative producer at a live event company out of college. That's why I was in Alabama. And then I quit my job and decided to pursue acting instead because I just knew that I wasn't going to be able to let that go. So, yeah, that's why I moved to New York. But the acting thing has kind of like come up in the last couple of years. Yeah.
That's our time. It's up. I'm the interrupter. I'm so sorry.
That was short.
It was that short.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes today for each man. Really gotta shine real quick. All right. Thanks, Mystery Suitor number 8. We hope to talk to you
Great
soon.
talking to you, Naz.
Bye, Brett.
Bye.
Nice talking to you again.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna see myself out, Ashley.
Okay, bye.
Okay, well, everyone,
I covered it for Naz and she couldn't see.
That
was funny.
All right, everyone listening.
What happened?
Everyone listening. He revealed himself. At the end.
Oh my God.
He revealed his face.
Yes.
I got a very short glimpse. I was like a good Suitress, and I like looked away immediately.
Yeah.
But I do have an idea of what he looks like
Okay.
now, unfortunately, because he accidentally revealed himself. You guys, this is like the most fun we've ever had. Like,
I'm glad you're having fun.
I mean, you're having fun too, Lauren.
Oh,
What
of
do
course.
you
No,
mean?
I mean, like, I would not be having fun if I was in your shoes. I'm having a fucking blast.
well, I'm just trying to look at the positive.
Okay, we do have one more. We have one more.
We've got one more.
I am
Ness,
still
do you want to
so-
talk about Brett?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to discuss all of them, but I'm still so mortified from the first guy. Like, there's no recovering from that.
Lauren, should you message the first guy and be like,
I already did.
Lauren,
And
what'd
what did
you
he
say?
He really didn't understand what we were talking about.
maybe he couldn't see us.
He was
Just
like,
say-
he goes,
what
I
did
didn't
you
hear
say?
you and Ashley, just saw you. I go, yeah, we were supposed to be muted. He goes, what were you saying? I go, oh, we weren't saying anything. We were just like giggling and doing thumbs up. Naz forgot she was on camera too. He goes, I wanted to turn my camera on, playing by the rules. When do y'all decide? He wants to
Wait,
know.
I feel like he wants to win so bad.
When is the prize?
That's why I was like, there's no money, right?
He does
Like, it's
I
just
feel like
me.
he really feels like he's on The
I
Bachelor.
think he's very
I
competitive.
know.
Yeah, I think he's
I know.
competitive too.
Yeah, but guys, does he know that this isn't like I'm the prize?
He knows. He likes you. Let's
Yeah,
just
I
like let's not
Okay,
like
so
try to
when-
talk ourselves out of something good.
When should I tell him that it's revealed?
No, we'll
we
decide
don't
that at
know
the
yet,
end.
Lauren,
We don't
don't
know
freaking
yet.
be like, we'll
Okay.
decide this week.
Wait, but did he see me? No, don't respond yet, Lauren. Let's talk to the fourth guy
Okay.
first. and
Is he in the
decide.
waiting room?
You have to tell him to zoom in.
I already
No.
gave him all the information.
He's not in the waiting room yet. We have to discuss guy number 8 that I just
Okay,
spoke to.
guy number
Okay,
8.
we got 4 minutes. I actually said 7:10. Okay.
Okay, perfect. I'm dead. I think he's the one I feel like most comfortable with.
I know. I feel like
Him
he
and
is,
Seven. Him and Seven.
He's
but
very
I said that
funny.
in the beginning, I think. Guys, he watched Seinfeld. That was
I
so
know. It was really thoughtful. He remembered your mom's name. I really like him.
He's really sweet.
I know. He's great.
Although
Great.
the only thing is that he lives in Georgia right now.
I know.
Yeah.
This is like
He should go to LA. I mean, he's a theater guy. He should be in LA.
I mean, honestly,
Is he an actor?
What is he?
I
you
guess
guys-
yeah,
do
I
you
guess
guys
he's an
know?
actor. So what I'm
Interesting.
thinking, Naz, is that like you're just gonna end up Skyping, Zooming, FaceTiming with these guys because you're gonna have another couple months in the apartment. So like
I know.
you can really get to know them all before, and like if you really liked him,
Narrow it down to 2, and then that'll be a FaceTime call.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, or we could just let the top 4 guys tell them all I like them and then see who reaches out to me.
No.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Who's your top right now out of the first 3? What's your order?
I obviously I would pick 6 because like 6 sounds like a stud to me. Like
That's
he
the
just
firand guy on this podcast.
yeah, he makes me nervous. Like I'm married and he makes me nervous. So like if I were you, I'd be like and especially the way he talks, like or he's like so like what kind of guy are you looking for and like what would we do? And
It's like more getting to know you than just silly banter, but I also think the silly banter is hilarious.
yeah, and then I think that I would go with 8 because I think you do have a natural rapport with him, and I think he would keep you entertained.
Mentally stimulated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so tough because this is like where Love is Blind, like the show turns, because you can have a connection with someone. Like I really like talking to number 8, but then when you meet people in person, that's when you hang out with them.
Yeah.
That's when you realize like, is this person just a friend or is it more, I think.
It's definitely
But I
chemistry
am,
and
you can be
physical-
sexually attracted through voice. Like I am
Oh,
attracted.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Well, that was also okay. So the one that we're gonna have on next, number 7. He is the one that stands out to me for you. Like he's the reporter that just moved
But
to
not
Houston.
only because his job. I think he's a
Yeah, but
balance.
why?
I think he's a balance of funny and charismatic and
Yeah, he's super charismatic, and then like he like thinks like you, where he likes little nuances, and like he has specific things. Like you have to ask him what his favorite donut is this time.
Okay, I will. But the thing, I'm so sorry, guys. speaking transparently, which is a flaw of mine,
That's not a flaw.
No. This is the flaw I'm about to say. That I think I was always sort of like, I need to stop saying sort of. I say sort of so much. In my head,
without saying sort of.
I know. In my head, I've always told myself I'm never going to date a male host, and I have this preconceived notion of them where I think they're annoying.
Yeah, I understand. I knew that was a turn off when he said that.
I think they're so forced, but just because I think that doesn't mean it's true. And I'm really happy that we're talking into one, and I really can't wait to see how my conversation with him goes, because I can't let that hold me back, obviously.
I guess I kind of understand what you're saying, because, but I am currently thinking of him as a reporter. And to me, reporter is different than host, because I know like entertainment host guys, they can be like a little too like goofy and,
but he's a food show.
Is he a food show?
He's here.
Okay, well, talk to him more. And don't forget to ask if serve a donut, especially if he's a food host. Okay, bye.
Exactly. Okay. All right.
And
Just
muting
so
yourself.
everyone knows, you're muting yourself, and so everyone's listening, before I admit him, I am going into this with a clear head and giving him a fair chance, as I did everyone else, as a good Suitress would do. Here we go. Oh my God, what the fuck is in my throat?
I hope his camera's
so
off.
funny.
Naz, close your eyes. Yeah. Close your eyes, just so in case I have to scream.
Close your eyes.
All right. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Hello, Naz. I know your name now. I should say beautiful Naz. I saw your pictures. Actually.
Oh my God, that's so nice. It's actually pronounced Naz, but everyone says Naz, so don't feel bad.
God, I'm just like everybody else.
No, you're not. You're not. I am so excited to talk to you again. I feel like we had a great first conversation. How's Dallas?
Dallas is good. It's I haven't seen much. I've been stuck in my apartment for over a month, so everything's closed and I can't really go too much. But yeah, I've honestly I've been in my apartment the whole time since I've spoken to you last. So nothing new over here. How are you?
I'm good. Still here in my apartment, randomly, just dating in quarantine through a podcast where a bunch of people get to listen. Nothing anxiety inducing about that.
Yeah. What's like, what is it like, I don't know, like dating people in like a competition like setting? It seems almost like you're going on dates, but it's almost transactional because it's like an episode more than a date. What is that like?
It's not I don't actually look at it like that. I feel like this is like a great way for me to meet people that aren't just in my vicinity, that I don't know what they look like, that I'm giving like mentally a fair chance. I feel like these days you get a dossier on like who a person is when you look at their Instagram, and you know what they look like, and you know who their friends are and what they do for work. And so I'm looking at this as more of an authentic way to get to know someone, even though it's like through this really inauthentic way.
No, it is authentic. So I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. But what does it feel like now, like talking to the guy that you're going to choose?
So echoey.
Well, that is TBD, but I was excited to talk to you again because I feel like you are very interesting. And I was telling my friends that, like when you brought up the moment you knew what you wanted to do for the rest of your life, I thought that was very interesting and well thought out, and like says a lot about who you are. So I appreciated that.
Thank you. And I that's funny you say that, because I appreciate you calling me back or having me with me to call back. Because I'm going to be honest, I agreed to this without really knowing anything. And I was like in my kitchen, as I told you, guacamole. And I remember like 3 minutes before, I was like, oh God, I agreed to that thing. I didn't do any of my research. I get on and it's like, hi, nice to meet you. 500 people are listening. And I'm just like over here mixing guacamole, like, oh God. But you know what, Naz, I am grateful, because I kind of like to keep it real and keep it like authentic. When I meet somebody new, I don't kind of do that fake, like, let me put on the best version of myself that doesn't necessarily exist. Let me lie about what I do, this and that, because then you run the risk of people starting to like a version of you that's not really you. So then I'm like hanging up and I'm thinking to myself, like, God, you went on about like cilantro and then you said beams, chairs, and this girl's for sure never going to call you back again. Good job, dude. But here I am talking to you again. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. No, you're so, I love how real you are. That's so funny. What is like the worst version of you would say? What would you say? How would you describe the worst version of yourself?
The worst version of myself. I've grown out of it.
Ooh, good answer.
When I was like young, I was a little shithead, and I thought like you had to act cool all the time, and you had to be really cool, and a guy can't do this, a guy has to like, be this and that. And I cared too much what other people thought, and then that would change the way that I am, and then it would just lead to this weird cycle of me not really being who I am and wanting to do what I want to do because I was thinking more about, what other people thought. And those are people that I don't necessarily care or value their opinion. So I had to grow out of that. But what teenager isn't insecure and trying to fit in and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, funny enough, I spoke at a career day this morning over Zoom to this high school in Chicago. And a lot of the kids were asking about that. And I was saying how turning 30, I'm 30 now, is just the best because you don't have to pretend to be friends with anyone anymore. You just sort of weed those people out as you grow up.
I think he's 29.
Yeah. Totally. And letting go and being comfortable with who you're with kind of whittles out all the people that might come into your life for the wrong reasons and don't really necessarily share the same. You stop people from being able to have like really important things in common with you if you're not like, open and free about that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have friends? I know you just moved to Dallas from LA for this like new food show you were telling me about, but do you have friends in Dallas? Like, are you worried at all about connecting with people there, especially now that the world's at a standstill?
The food show might be another suitor. I'm doing a news show, but no, I don't have any friends.
Oh, wait, why did I think that you were doing maybe because of the guacamole? I think
He's in Houston, not Dallas.
And I am in Dallas, so both of you guys gotta get
Yeah, what are you talking about, Ashley? I got Dallas.
I'll mute myself again.
This has been the funniest experience ever. No, I know you're in Dallas. I thought it was for some reason. Now I completely remember. You were like doing sort of that stuff before, but now you moved there for a news show. You were doing YouTube stuff before, you were telling me.
That was my first job. Yeah. I started a news show, but that was like 10 years ago almost. I came here to basically not just host a news show, but I'm basically building it right now. So it's a show that airs in June. It's going to start airing in June. And so it hasn't aired yet. So this is like a brand new endeavor. So it's a lot of work and it's really stressful because you're building something from the ground up, and I will be hosting it as well. Well, I'll be one of the hosts, but yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm in Dallas, and to answer your question, sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, sorry. What were you saying?
No friends. Absolutely no friends. I'm in my apartment most of the time. I walk to Whole Foods. And I come back, but I'm working, I wake up really early. I like work out a little bit. And then that's why I couldn't talk to you earlier on in the day, because I don't finish until about 8:45 this time. Right. So it's like 12, 13-hour days, and it's crazy. So that's my life at the moment. But to be honest with you, for better or for worse, I'm not the type of person who hangs out with too many people. I'm kind of in my own world, and I'm kind of focused on like what I'm doing. I'm fine with the quarantine thing. I don't need to talk to people. It's cool. It's more just being bored in my apartment and like being in a new city and not being able to go anywhere. So I'm not saying that I'm like some weird antisocial like creep who hangs out in his apartment, but I just don't like care too much to hang out with friends all the time. I don't get FOMO. I don't need to be. I used to be like that again. Like growing up in LA, I used to have to go to all the cool places, and I did that, and I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think most people feel the same way you do. I think like I love people, but I also hate people. So this is sort of like half of that. Can you remind me what your show is about? Like, was it hard news? I'm so sorry, I forgot.
The show has changed its form about 3-4 times since we started working on it 5 months ago. And so basically now where it's at, because it goes along with NBC will do a bunch of focus groups and studies, and they get, they get numbers and hard data that they use to build these shows. And so it's not like something I'm just pulling out of my hat. It's a show. It's a news show geared towards younger audiences. So it isn't just hard news. The reports, it's not reporters. I'm not wearing a suit at a desk like my previous jobs. Like I was working in news. It's not like that. It's really like I can wear a t-shirt. Our reporters aren't doing those boring reports. It's more like short documentaries. This is kind of cliche and corny, but they don't call them reporters. They call them storytellers. Yeah. So it's like, it's a more documentary style news show. So think of like, it's had like a nightly news show. They wouldn't have old guy with a mustache sitting there.
It sounds like a lot of like the content Quibi's making now.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting on it. There's Great Big Story. CNN starting to do a lot of digital stuff as well.
You guys, we have about 30 seconds left. And I wanted to leave time for Naz to ask one more question.
For me to ask? Why do I have to ask?
Because we're waiting for you to ask the one question.
It doesn't.
I have to ask you a question. I forgot. I want to know what your favorite donut is.
You're going to think I'm a serial killer.
Okay, what is it? I like serial killer.
Oh, what? Okay. It's that weird plain one that's just like a weird like beige color. And like the one that nobody wants to eat.
Like a cake donut?
It's an old
fashioned. They don't even have anything.
It's like the Edmonds old fashioned.
Wait, I have so many more questions. Can we just like edit it out?
We have to make it fair.
And we love the fact that you like had such a passionate answer about your favorite donut. That's the key to that question.
That is the only answer to the question is to have an answer.
Just ask you that.
You passed the donut thermometer.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that would like disqualify me. I'm glad. Well, man, how long was this conversation?
It's 10 minutes each tonight.
10 minutes.
We're so sorry. We will let you connect off camera, off mic, within the next couple of weeks once she makes some further decisions.
Ooh.
Talk to you later, suitor number 7. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming on.
Bye. Bye. Nice to see you.
Ooh. I wish I could see you. Okay, he's gone.
All right, Naz.
Oh my God, that was
what a whirlwind!
Wow, guys,
that was crazy. That was crazy hard decisions to make.
I think I know my top 3.
All right, go for it.
Who are you eliminating?
I think 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, I agree.
Which kind of sucks because I was so stoked about number 1, but I don't know why. I don't know. Number 1's so great too, though.
You could always go back to
you can always go, but yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm torn between 1 and 7, which is the meditating guy and the guy I just talked to.
Wait, well, why don't you mull it over? You don't have to you have to mull it over.
Wait, for our audience listening, can you do it in terms of tonight, 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Oh, no, that's too confusing, Lauren.
Yeah, we have to keep them because what they are on the website if people listen.
Okay.
So she just talked to 7.
Okay, so in the order, just so everyone knows, if you want to write this down, tonight's order was the first guy was guy number 6. Mm-hmm. The second person I spoke to was guy number 1. The third person I spoke to was guy number 8.
And then 7.
And the last guy I spoke to was guy number 7.
Okay.
Oh, so should we make a poll in the Facebook group maybe?
Sure. Yeah. I agree. You shouldn't even say anything.
Vote. Yeah, maybe people vote. I'll think this over in a week and then we'll discuss on next week's podcast.
Okay, very smart. So how about we'll let people vote up until Tuesday morning and then you can start thinking about how we'll announce your favorite.
Yeah, because I really like guy number 1. I think he's really great and he's done a lot of self-work. And I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough about guy number 7, the last guy I just talked to.
So interesting. I feel like I know him very much.
Well, we think we know who he is. Yeah. We just know he makes guacamole and he produces a show.
Yeah.
But aside from that, what else do we know about
I just like the way that he responds to questions like, "What's your favorite donut?"
Well, he's a host.
I think that...
All right, you got to follow your heart. This is not us.
Okay.
Now
listen. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. And please, please, please go on the Facebook now and vote in the poll to help Naz out. She's not going to necessarily listen to you, but she likes your guidance. Okay.
Yes, I would like to know. I trust you guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't get it. Podcast.